How's it going? This is Chris, and today I'm going to be talking about the new iPhone 4S and how it compares to the iPhone 4. As you can see here, I just bought myself a brand new iPhone 4S, which would be the one on the right, and the one on the left is my current iPhone. As you can see, they both basically look the same. As you can see, they both are pretty much, as far as design wise, there's not much to tell the difference between the two. I mean, they're both about the same size. So if anyone's wondering, if they've been hearing rumors about how the iPhone 4S won't fit any cases that are currently used for the iPhone 4, I'm going to put that rumor to rest. As you can see right here, this case that I have is designed for an iPhone 4. And as you can see right here, this one here is my 4S. As you can see, fits right in there, all snug. So anybody who is thinking about getting another case for iPhone 4S because they think that it's not going to fit, you don't have to. Your current case will work just fine. Now, as far as, well, let me grab this off for a second. Alright, now as far as cosmetic designs, there's a few little differences. As you can see on the iPhone 4, how you have the little grooves there, and then you also have a notch there, as you can see. Now on the iPhone 4S, you don't have that there. I'm assuming it's from all the rumors that I heard about how Apple has did some type of a new antenna thing. They've switched the antennas now to where you get much better reception. Other than that little minor notch, there really isn't much, as you can see, from cosmetic wise, any differences. Well, as you can see, well, there might be one. As you can see, this is my 4. As you can see, there's no notch there next to the mute button, unmute button, volume buttons. There is one on the iPhone 4S. Now you're probably thinking that it's going to be the same as the iPhone 4 as far as, you know, you hold it in your hand like this and you talk and you're going to get a little loss of signal. So far that has not happened to me. I don't know, I haven't heard any reports of it happening to anybody else. So other than that though, that's pretty much the only cosmetic differences between the 4S and the 4. As far as running apps, yeah, the 4S pretty much blows the 4 way out of the water as far as when it comes to running apps. As you can see, when I run Twitter, as you can see, it runs a little slower. It's a little slow. Now on my 4S, Twitter, as you can see, it loads straight up. So there is as far as performance wise, yeah, the iPhone 4S pretty much just blows out the iPhone 4 as far as running apps and media functions. Camera wise, as you can see from photos that I have taken, that there was taken yesterday from my 4S, and this one was taken, actually I'm going to use a different one because that doesn't really do any justice. Okay, that one there, it was taken from my 4G, and actually I'm going to have to use the same one because unfortunately I do not have that picture. Same picture, same time, just one has a bunch of cars that drove through it at the time I took the picture. But as you can notice, it's a lot brighter, a lot more, you can see a lot more detail in that versus the 4, although you really can't really see it as far from the video camera. Trust me, the picture quality is vastly superior as far as using the rear facing camera, considering this one's an 8 megapixel and this one I believe was only a 3. And as far as the front facing camera goes, although it is a VGA camera, you can tell there is a difference between the two. It's a little bit more it's a better contrast as far as it looks more natural on the 4S versus what it looks like on the straight 4. And that was one of the reasons why I got it. But the main reason why I got it, besides the fact that it's got the A6 or A5 chip in it, was basically that feature.
I don't know what you mean by that feature.
It's a great tool. It's something that definitely can see as something I'll definitely see in future. You'll see in future versions of the iPhone. I don't see Apple taking this out in the iPhone 5 because there's just so much you can do with it. For example, say you need to call a cab and you are in a location and you don't know any phone numbers for the cab companies. All you gotta do is this: search cabs.
If you like, I can search the web for cabs.
No. Search local cabs.
If you like, I can search the web for local cabs.
As you can see, it does take some getting used to as far as program-wise, as far as it getting used to voice recognition. Sometimes it'll get certain words confused, like when I say cabs, it'll assume that I mean can't, even though I meant cabs. So you really depends on how you use it, and if you're in a noisy area, it will become frustrating. But it is a pretty cool feature, and I can see them improving on it as far as voice dictations and as far as what it can do generally, as far as it's just a new way of making things a lot easier for your iPhone. Now, unfortunately, Siri is not new as far as tech-wise. Nokia did actually come out with it first. They just never implemented it as far as on a consumer. From what I understand, from a consumer point of view, it was never really implemented. Now that Apple has upped the ante on it, they've decided to incorporate it. I'm actually kind of glad that they did, because, like I said, it's an interesting feature. It's something that I look forward to seeing on an iPhone 5 when it comes out next year. I don't see Apple taking this out because it's just a major component to the iPhone. It just makes everything so much more easier. Search for pizza.
Searching the web for pizza.
As you can see, it gives you sites, local areas. I mean, I just really can't see Apple not putting this into the next iPhone 4 or the next iPhone 5. As far as everything else is pretty much the same. You can still move your apps up and down. You can still add folders. One of the really cool features that I like, another one, is Newsstand. It's think of it as like your iBook store, but with magazines. And the same way you buy books, you can buy magazines. Say you have $15 credit, $15 iTunes card. You can use that towards the purchase of getting a magazine subscription, or buying a subscription or buying a magazine issue. Now, the only problem I have with it is that on the App Store it tells you that it's free. Technically, it's not really free. The app is free, but the magazine is not. You actually have to pay for that. But The cool thing about that again is you don't have to use a debit or credit card to purchase it, unless of course you don't have any iTunes balances. So I can see that taking off. But as far as it being on an iPhone, I mean, if you're used to reading magazines on your phone, and if you don't have an iPad, then yeah, that's cool. I have an iPad, so I think it's much more. To me, it's a lot more easier to read them on a magazine or on my iPad than it is to read on my iPhone. Another cool feature, as you know, is the reminders. I love the reminders features. If you want to, if you have reminders set and you don't remember what they are, what you can do is you go into Siri, show me my reminders.
You only have one reminder.
And it will show you that one reminder, or any reminders that you have that you might have forgotten. And that is a cool feature. So that's pretty much the majority of the features that make the iPhone 4S, at least in my opinion, a little bit better than the iPhone 4. If you're looking for a better performing iPhone that'll give you the option of voice operated controls better than what you have for the. If you have an iPhone 4 and you want a faster iPhone, then yes, I would suggest getting the iPhone 4S strictly for the 8.5 chip and the Siri. If you take a lot of photos on your iPhone and you're hoping that they get a better one, then yes, I would suggest getting the iPhone 4S. But if you're waiting for the iPhone 5 and you want 4G capability, then I would wait till next year, which is what I plan on doing myself. So if you're just looking to buy one just to buy one, then by all means, it's your money, buy it. But you will be just reminded that when you buy it, you are kind of constructed, you are tied down to a 2-year contract. So before you sign that dotted line, make sure you know what you're doing. And another feature that you probably don't know or probably haven't read about is that Siri is network dependent. So unless you're in a Wi-Fi area or you have unlimited data, I would suggest not using Siri a lot, because it is a network dependent function. And if you don't have at least 2 gig data plan, it can run you a little. If you watch your minutes and your data time, then shouldn't be much of a problem. But it is quite a network dependent app. So, but other than that, though, it's a nice phone. It's faster than the iPhone 4. The fact that it's got Siri, it's got a better rear-facing camera. It takes much better pictures. Recording on it is much more smoother. You don't have to worry about when you're walking and recording, you get the jittery, and when you're walking, you get the up and down bounce motion. So the stability on it is far more better. And it's just the overall better phone than the iPhone 4 as far as feature-wise and what it can do. So if you got any questions, my name is Chris, and just drop me an email.